Good morning. Well, it's good afternoon. Apparently, today was my crash day. Um, yeah, I just woke up. It is 1:09. I woke up like a half an hour ago. Slept through three phone calls, two alarms, and a mail delivery, which mail delivery comes with three barking dogs right outside my bedroom window. Slept through all of it. Um, I have started another project. This is called an altered book or an altered journal. Um, I started this like when I first started journaling a long time ago, and then I never really went anywhere with it. So with an altered book, um, you take a book, um, and you go through and you tear pages out of it and make things into pockets. So like for this example, you can see here, um, there is pages torn out to make room in this pocket. Um, I want to say I tore out 8 pages. Again, it was probably a long time. That was like over a year ago. So I don't remember for sure, but I think it was 8. And you go through the entire book doing that, and you create all these various pockets by tearing out pages in between to make room for the tags and stuff that you're going to put in there. Now, this part is Gail. Gail is working on an altered book right now, for an altered Christmas book. Um, and she's on part 3 of hers. And it just kind of inspired me to pull this back out and start working on it. Sorry, I just realized I bumped the camera. And she is also doing Carrie the Crafter's 100-day perpetual prompt challenge as well. So I thought, well, I'll combine the two since I watched both of those crafters. Now, I spent some time yesterday punching these out to hold Carrie's prompts, and they're currently in here because I haven't figured out what I'm going to put them in yet. But I went ahead and I've already pulled my 5 prompts, and I spent a little bit of time last night picking paper, and I downloaded it in digital off of Etsy and did some fussy cutting. So I got a little bit of prep work done. But my prompts that I pulled from Carrie, and if you know me personally, you know how much of a struggle some of these are going to be. I have magical, butterfly, visual texture, magazine image, and fashion. Fashion. I wear jeans and t-shirts. I'm not a fashionista. I don't follow fashion trends. So I really kind of had to think that one out. And what I decided to do is, because I have all these papers that I think are cute, but I've never really found a use for them. Um, so these, I went, oh, 70s. I am a 70s child. So I went on Etsy and looked around, and I found a store that had these digital images. So they are women and girls dressed in 70s fashion. So I fussy cut some of those out, and we're just going to kind of get started on this today. And I will link that Etsy shop in the description below as well. I can't remember the name of the shop. It was a brand new one to me. So, yeah. So, I just might have saw when I first opened the book, I already have some images cut out and placed where I want them. And I'm debating though whether I want them to be like prominent like this, or if I want them to be part of the tags that, you know. My shark is in here, and I just picked something up off my floor. And I think I'm going to do a combination of both, because obviously I have a whole bunch more that are not cut out. So, but I don't want ladies yeah. I also don't really know for sure what else I want as far as like the decor. So I do have a couple pages to cover, and I created this template as well. Thank you, Gail. That was a great suggestion. So that way I can just, put this up to the paper like so. Boop. Take the ruler, tear, and it's the page size for the page that I'm working on. Great suggestion. I would not have thought of that. So I do like this picture, even though it could be from the 70s. But, obviously it's not directly. I just want to find something to put down here across this bottom. And I'm thinking maybe one of these striped papers. So that one. Woo. Yes, we are working in brights. My battery is low. Please return me to my dock. I just dropped all kinds of paper onto my floor. Give me just a second. I'm going to have to go return my vacuum to the dock because it has wandered around the house for so long that the battery has now died. Yep, this is the only other striped one. But I also had this polka. Is it the polka dot one that I was thinking? And then I have this one in much smaller stripes. I'm second guessing the stripes now. Thinking I'm going to go with the polka dots. But give me just a second to go put my vacuum on the charger. It also doesn't help that, it got stuck while I was asleep. So the battery was already on the low side. I also have these strips. But no, I think I like the green polka dots. I'll have to figure out how to cover that over there. Where did I just put my ruler? I literally just had it in my hand. There it is. I covered it up. My desk, per usual, is a mess. Let's see. Where do we need this done? Okay, so right down the center of the third. I'd rather go this way. Makes it a little easier for me to tear. And obviously, you know, things are I don't know. I don't know what I was going to say. Get my ink out here. Now, a lot of this is going to be covered, what I'm inking right now, but by inking it, it actually helps cover up any flaws in my cutting. That's primarily, you know, it's to cover my flaws. Where do I need to go? See, and I didn't even cut it straight. It's narrow, more narrow on that end. Maybe I'll go this way. Oops. Okay. Right there. Now, being born since I was born in 1971, means, you know, most of the 70s I don't remember because I was a little itty bitty. So yeah, I had to go on and kind of do some Googling and, you know, trolling around on the big webs, to kind of get at some ideas. And I will say one of the first things that came to mind for magical in the 70s was mushrooms, which was probably more the 60s than the 70s, but, you know, I know that people were still doing the drugs in the 70s, but I don't know. I'm second guessing. I'm still debating, you know, just being a little facetious about it. But I haven't really decided yet whether I'm going to go there or not. But the other thing that I did come up with was, you know, it's talking about the innocence of the 70s, you know, being able to, you know, go outside at night and not have to worry so much about, you know, child predators and, you know, stuff like that. And that's not to say that they didn't exist in the 70s. They absolutely did. Um, but it was the era of not having to lock your doors, and just kind of the innocence of the world. So I think I'm going to spread. I'm going to do white birds throughout the journal, just to kind of reflect the innocence of the 70s. I'm trying to decide if I want to do. I want to just make this because I got to cover both sides of this. Hey, where'd my lady go? Oh, she's over here. And again, I got to decide too. Do I want her on the outside? Which I think I do with her. I think I want her on the outside. So I got to decide what papers I like with her. To cover here and here. So now I'm wondering if some of these are too big. Like the images, like these. Because as big as the images are, you'd want them on the bigger pocket. Oh, I guess they do still stand out. I was concerned about, the girl images not standing out against these really busy papers. Believe it or not, I actually kind of like that. I'm gonna set that off to the side. I'm gonna set it off to the side over there and kind of look at it a little bit while I'm digging through papers. And then I've got ones like this. I want to just do a solid in the middle. Like it's just this little strip right here. Okay, 70s. We're going crazy. And of course, my desk is a hot, stinking mess. So, it's going to be a lot of moving left, moving right, moving this, moving over there. This has pretty much got to be the whole thing. You over there. So you need to line this template up. Not all the way on the table. There we go. Line the ruler up. Move the template. And tear. not seem straight. Because it's probably not. Now you may have noticed too that when I started, when I first started showing the book, it is already inked, with the exception of the last page. For whatever reason, I didn't do the very last page. Like I didn't even make a pocket with the very last page. So when I get there, I will definitely I'll have to go back and ink it. So this is Walnut Stain Distress ink. It will be the primary color that I use for my distressing, but it is the 70s, so I may want to like get a little crazy. We shall see. I'm going to pull my mat out here. Now, something else we're going to be trying to avoid is bulk. So while yes, I did cut this entire thing, I don't need the entire thing. Like right there. And we're going to take this and we're going to grab the glue book. Get that out of the way. Oops. I am leaving just an edge all the way around. Just kind of like a mat. Oh, forgot all of my ladies are in here, so I gotta be careful that I don't fling them out everywhere. Moving my book around. Okay, there's that one. Because this is solid green, yay! It's non-directional, which is going to be nice. As well. Ink all the edges, right? That way they're already ready already. And then this just needs to, and I'm going to overlap this a little bit just to give it some strength on that, on this folding edge. But we need to let's do this. Let's do this. Go ahead and fold that edge. Oh, yep, that was totally straight. Totally straight. Ink up this folded edge now. The reason I'm doing that is so that I can tear off that top corner up there. At the correct angle. I want to cover, obviously, the entire piece. We're just going to trim with the scissors. Ink, ink, ink. Okay, this is going to be two different steps that I got to do. This is the folded back paper, and I need to trim, I need to glue this little flap down. Glue book out. I'm just going to run a bead of glue. Boop. Then with this, make sure it's on that fold line there. Fold this over. Trim. That was supposed to be lower, actually, and it's not even straight. Double whammy. Let's try that again. Because I want it even with this line here. I don't even think I'm on camera, sorry. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 ay. Joys of wet glue as well is that number one, it gives you some time, which is nice, because as you can see, having some struggles here, but the downside is it does tend to warp your paper, and if you're not careful, you can tear your stuff. That totally is not straight up there. Oh yeah, I couldn't fold straight. But and then we're going to do this one on the front. Lost my ruler again. Underneath. See, my template's not straight. That's why it wasn't straight. And then this one. There. Look back over. We're going to glue on here. We're going to glue one here. Spin this so it's a little easier. And again, I'm going to leave that border all the way around. Just get this out of the way. So I'm also trying to come across the top even. So what I'm doing is I'm lining that this top line up, trying to. While also leaving the space over here on this side. Just realized too, I forgot to ink. Some wet glue up under there. And on this side, you do the same thing. glue this little flap down. And then here, cut that triangle off. And again, this is purely for the strength of the opening to this pocket. You don't have to fold that over if you choose not to. I don't know how I cut that so short. Glue that down. Okay, now we're going to glue this to here and this to here, gluing the side and the bottom. Oops, let me get my pen out correctly here. Now, courtesy of Gail, I learned this trick. Close the book, pull the paper all the way to the edge. And that keeps it from wrinkling. That was a extra spot that I got to glue there. And then you do the repeat for this pocket. Should be doing this with my Fabrifix because it would dry faster. Close and pull. Some antique book page. Or music page, excuse me. These are very old and fragile. Just kind of want something behind her. Now, as much as I love this edge, I'm gonna tear it off. There's no exact science to this. Just want something to kind of help her stand out a little bit. I am going to ink her. Again, it's about helping her stand out, but it's also, you know, covering up my any errors I made in cutting. Areas where there's still white showing, that kind of stuff. More across the top of her head. Above her, below. I think I'm going to go above. And I'm going to put glue on half of her for right now. I want to glue this down. And then, let's see, let's grab. I don't want to glue her foot down yet. That's too big. I wish I had some. Sorry. I realized I was off camera again. Man, I need new glasses. Sorry, I'm gonna have to pull this closer to me for a sec. Trying to get the backs off the stickers. Ooh. And then I dropped it. There we go. Just put a sticker down for a little bit of a label sticker, just for a little bit of drama. I got something else I can put on there too. I'm putting the heel of her shoe down here on this line, so it kind of looks like she's standing on it. Get her glued down. I have all these circles that were cut out of magazines. Let's see if I have any that will stand out. Well, I know I've got some that'll stand out, but just to give a little something. I like the pink in there. The yellow. Magazine images. Not super functional, but you know, just kind of something up in the corner. I swear I'm still hearing my vacuum, but I know it's not running because it's charging. But I keep hearing it. Now, in theory, doing the perpetual prompt is a single page. But since I'm combining Carrie's project with Gail's, I'm going to carry those themes, those 5 themes, throughout this entire little journal here. So, let's see. Trying to decide whether I want to put anything on there. I was wondering if I had anything up here that had butterflies on it. Whoa, don't dump your coffee. Let me get down here into my stickers. I have mushroom stickers. I'm looking to see if I have any butterflies like right here by me. Otherwise, I have to get up and go over and grab my butterfly book. Might be some butterflies in there. Those don't really stand out, do they? Purple is definitely the wrong profile color, but I'm going to pull these out. Just so I have them. Now, some of these butterflies that I'm pulling out right now, I actually have over in my butterfly book. That's kind of pretty. That one would stand out, but it's not really match. The red one. I like the red. Butterfly, 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 butterfly. Ooh, red and blue one. That one's a contender. Put those away. Oh. Yeah, these are all stickers that I got as part of a, like I responded to somebody that was getting rid of their craft supplies. So I don't really know what all's in here. I sorted them, put them away, and you know, I like that one. Just gotta figure out how to get it off the off the sheet. There we go. I'm gonna put a butterfly up there. I don't have a short pocket just yet. Like store these in. I don't want to lose them in there. I'll stick them right there for right now. Let's get this page covered. Down here digging through my coffee dyed paper. Grab a stack. Grab a stack. So I do have a super grungy one, which is a Christmas paper on the other side. Yeah. Let's see what I got going here. No, not with a half and half. It's kind of pretty. It's kind of pretty. Thinking I might want to go a little more subtle on like the design, just because this is so bold. I'm gonna go with this one. Yeah, because this side's so bold, I don't want to go like in your face. I don't think. Go this way so we don't waste so much paper. Oh, guess I can't go that way. Whoops. Just totally tore the paper with the ruler. So this is just reutilizing, you know, paper. This was allergy testing information. And I just print on the backs of them so that I don't waste paper. What is this? It does not. My trimmer doesn't cut straight. That up over there. That up over there. See, I also have these little cut-offs from cutting the flaps that are folded over. So I glued 2 pages together to give them some strength. And I got to trim them down. I'll turn them into corner pockets. Try not to waste. We try not to waste. Blue book. Oof. This book is already sticky. Creating yet another glue page. Not sticky enough. I think I've shown what I do with glue pages, right? Pretty sure I have. Okay, we're gonna glue this down. That. Grab this. Reactivate my laptop again. And neither of these pages were inked. I didn't do the edges of the page that I just glued down. But the book itself wasn't inked either on this page, so I figured I would just do them at the same time. That page is not straight. Let's go down this edge. Oop. I gotta add some glue to that edge right there. That's the hard part. One of the hard parts is making sure you get your edges really well. Is there anywhere else? Nothing missed it right here. And as you can see, the pages are curling up. That is going to happen. You are dealing with wet glue, water-based glue. Glue sticks are water-based. So they are going to curl. But when you're done crafting in it for the day, you close it up and you set it under something to let it just kind of chill out. Now I do still have to cover these 2 pages. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I don't know if I'm going to make them all writing pages. Because clearly, I mean, I've got to cover this. I've got to cover this and I've got to cover this. That's a lot of writing pages in a row. So here I'm thinking just some sort of 70s themed something or other. And then these will be writing pages. And then the next set of pockets. So what are we at? Trying to understand my camera because it's saying I've only been recording for 5 minutes, which I know is not accurate. So yeah, so there's our pages for today. I make some tags, various other things to go in here. We'll work on covering these. Like I said, I've got to find some more 70s style stuff. I gotta figure out where I'm going to put this to. For right now, it'll fit under my Cricut. For now. I don't know for how long, but for now it fits under my Cricut. I'm just going to trim these up real quick. Church. Things are in the way. Go figure. I almost kind of want to do them at the same angle, though. I think I do. Grab my book back. Change this out for a minute. Let's let that one sit. Let's go this one. So if I put that down in the groove, do a line there and a line there. That tells me where to cut, right? That way they're at the same angles as the pockets. Because then I can put a pocket here and layer the pockets up. But they're at the same angle, because not having them at the same angle, I think, would like really set off my OCD. Ugh. I think it would bug me a lot. That's a nice big one. These two are almost the same size. Now, let me tuck this. And also, that was another thing too, is when you're pulling pages out, you want to make sure that it tapers to a point, because if it's still sitting like this, like a regular book, when you pull all your papers out, when you fill it, it's going to gator mouth. So keep that in mind too if you try an altered book. Trim these up so that way I can line that line up with that line. And voila. Now these little corner pockets will have the same angle as the pages they go on. Have a fruit fly bloom going on. Apparently a banana fell off my shelf in my pantry and I didn't realize it. Now I got fruit flies like crazy. Got my little trapper over there, but man, there's this one that just does not seem to be attracted to the fruit fly trap. Seems to be more attracted to my nose. Driving me crazy. All right, so we are gonna set all of this aside for today, and yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying what I've started, and will continue to tune in as I work through this altered book. Time for another desk clean off to make room for this project. I was working on something else, non-junk journaling, so that stuff's still kind of on the desk, which is why everything's everywhere. But yeah, so stay tuned for future episodes of the Altered Journal. Bye.